Hello Libra, welcome to another timeless general love reading. Please keep in mind it is general. It's not going to resonate with all of you. It is also timeless. So whenever you're drawn here is when you're meant to get the messages. If it doesn't resonate with you, it might not be meant for you, but do check your moon and rising signs as that might be where your messages are. I want to thank everyone for viewing, liking, sharing, subscribing. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up as it does allow the video to circulate for others. Now I am so... Thank you, angels. Okay, so 3 cards came out for you, the overall energy. You know what? I gotta change things around. Give me a second. Okay, Libra, big change. I had to do that. I don't know what happened, but all my cards had to shift way over here for you to be able to see them on camera. Now, you're further away from them. You weren't really seeing the cards before anyways, but now you'll be able to see everything in the spread. So, there is your overall energy, including bottom of the deck. Now I'm going to find out just exactly what it is, what the direction is that you have moved in and are moving in at this point in time, now that you've made that shift to 5D. If you've been watching my videos and you understand what that means, if you haven't been, we all as a collective, the ones that are coming to my readings anyways, have been making a shift from 3D into 5D. 3D being egoic, an egoic way of living from the ego. 5D is living from intuitive guidance or spirituality. So now let's find out what you need to know about your path now, Libra. Thank you, angels. Okay, whoops. So in the final position, we have 2 cards. Okay, so for your overall energy, I'm going to squish these together so you do know that they are different from these. Okay. So overall energy, you've got a lot of overall energy here, Libra. You've got 5 cards. You've got the King of Swords, which is your king. This could be you showing up in your spread. We've got the Tower, the Princess of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the Empress. Now, these are all overall energy at this point in time. And then we have these cards laid out that are your path, what you've accomplished on your path, the path that you're heading for, what's gone, what's coming kind of deal. So give me a minute to just take a look at your cards, get a feel for the energy and any messages coming through. Okay, I have looked at the cards. I know the messages. We're good to go. So overall energy, King of Swords, as I already said, the Tower, Princess of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the Empress. And what comes through with those cards for you is the King of Swords in this particular deck. This is Apokalypsis Tarot. This is Tarot Illuminati. And in the Apokalypsis Tarot, or Tarot Apokalypsis, the King of Swords is, he is the god of wisdom. So you've gained some wisdom. Moving from 3D to 5D, you had a lot of things to learn. You had a lot of growth, exponential growth and expansion. and you raised to a higher level. You were up-leveled, enlightened, and you have a lot more vision and knowing because of that. Now the Tower, this is all about the breakdown of you. This is all about the ripping back of the old 3D ways and, you know, the way you did, the way you felt, everything. That was the toughest job for everybody, going from 3D to 5D, because you literally had to annihilate everything that was you up to this point in your life to make that shift into 5D. And that's what you did. And that's what brought you freedom, or that, you know. Okay, so I'm going to read the messages and the cards moving forward. If you're not quite here yet, you know, maybe you're gaining the enlightenment, maybe you're being up-leveled. This is where you're headed, okay? You're headed for this overall energy here, if you're not already in it. Some of you moved out of it, okay? It's just maybe telling us what has been, not what is. Now, the Tower is the hardest part of that job, making that shift from 3D to 5D, because, like I said, you literally are torn down to the ground. It's as though you hit rock bottom as far as who you are. But it needed to be, because now the Empress, you're building yourself back up, but you're building yourself up in a new way. You're building yourself up in that enlightened, intuitive way of being, which is completely opposite to 3D. Tough job. Way to go, Libra. Princess of Wands in this deck is the goddess of willpower. So it is taking and has taken a lot of willpower to do this. To go through that Tower moment and strip yourself bare and start over, that took a lot of willpower. And there was a lot of uncertainty. A lot of uncertainty. There could be a lot of uncertainty after stripping yourself down, because now you're starting over and it's brand new. It's unknown to you, right? So you strip yourself down, and it's going to take willpower to get yourself through this phase of the unknown, the uncertainty, so that you can work on that new beginning. Now, for some of you, this can be a new beginning with a person, although that is not the messages I'm getting, but I'm reading for thousands of people. So if that resonates with you, that this is all about you being stripped bare so that you can have that new beginning with someone special, then that could be what that means for you. Now, moving down into the journey part of this. So this is your overall energy. This is your path, okay? Now, like I said, up here, some of this can be your past path, some of it's your present, and some of it is your future. So you have been enlightened to a big degree. You now know the truth. You have vision. You have clarity. You, although you have uncertainty up here in this new beginning, once you get on path, you will have clear-cut answers. Okay, the truth is going to be made known to you. The clarity is coming through. Now, I am going to do some clarifying here, because you have two cards, the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Both messages coming through for those cards here is all about the necessity for dishonor. For me, it's more about you haven't been honorable. You haven't maybe been completely honest with someone, or in dealing with something or someone. And you are, you come into that realization that you need to just let that go and see things from a different angle and just surrender yourself to this process. You are going to have to be honest eventually. You're going to have to be honest with whatever this was, because you've got it twice here. You've got the truth right here. The truth has to come out. This is your path now. You are coming out with the truth in an instance where you weren't honorable. You didn't tell the truth. You weren't honest with somebody about something. And you're having to surrender to the fact that this is necessary. You have to be honorable. You have to move in a different direction than what you have. Now these cards, they both talk about the necessity of dishonor. Now this is possible that you weren't honest because you felt you couldn't be. Okay, so the truth is going to come out though, because you weren't honest. For whatever reason, you weren't honest. You're seeing things from a different angle. You're seeing the bigger picture here. And you're coming to realize that you just need to surrender to this because I feel like you're being guided in this direction of telling the truth. And that could be part of the Tower moment as well. You won't move forward until, you do this. And it was that dishonesty that brought disappointment and a missed opportunity. I feel like you had an opportunity to be honest, and it would have maybe gained something for you, but you missed out on it, or you feel you missed out on it because you didn't take the opportunity to be honest. But don't beat yourself up over that, Libra, because everything happens the way it happens. It just does. You can't go back and change that. However, you can make it right at this point in time. And if you do that, if you do make it right, you've got the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords here on top of one on top of the other. Now the Three of Swords is all about the realization of pain and suffering of others, gaining compassion because you've seen the pain and suffering, or you yourself have felt it. And because of that, you will be able to achieve great things. Great things. Wow. This is Three of Swords also. Not only is it about you recognizing the pain, but it's about healing. Either you help somebody else heal from that pain that was caused from the dishonesty, or you are suffering the loss because you were dishonest, and you are healing. And once you heal, you will achieve what it is that you want to achieve. Now I just want to get a card on the Five of Swords. Oh wow, that was quick. Queen of Wands. So this could be a person that you were dishonest with. It would be someone that you find very attractive. Now, keep in mind too that this is general, okay? So Queen of Wands, if you're, needing to switch that to a King of Wands, then switch it because it is general. But this is somebody that you want, you find very attractive, very sensual. You're sexually attracted to them. You're physically attracted to them. This is somebody that you want. So this is in regards to This has to do with a partnership here. I feel like whatever this was, whatever the dishonesty was, because you went through all of this, because this is where your overall energy lies, that is why the journey is what it is today. That's why you're able to see the pain and suffering that you caused with that dishonesty, that you felt you needed. It was necessary for you to be dishonest for whatever reason. It's going to be different for all of you, but you know, you did what you thought you needed to do, what was best for you at the time, and nobody can ask for anything more. And so don't beat yourself up, because you know, you did the best you could at that point in time. And it caused great disappointment for you, and likely that other person, and pain for both of you. But you are healing from that. And you are going to achieve exactly what it is you want to achieve. So let's I'm not sure I want to clarify anything else. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. What is it that Libra wants to achieve? What are they going to achieve, angels? Please and thank you. Wow. Okay. You have the World and the Nine of Swords. You're going to end that cycle of being up in your head. So you see, now do you see where this is? This is where you're at. The Ace of Swords is where you're at. This is where you're headed. So this is all about clarity, truth, enlightenment. And over here, what you're going to achieve is an ending to the cycle of mental conflict, you not being honest with this person. Even though you do want them, you weren't honest with them about something. Maybe you weren't honest about wanting them. Maybe you told them you didn't want them. And now you're figuring out that was not the way you were supposed to head in, or that was best for you. So now you're surrendering to it. It's like, okay, I did this. Yes, I did it. I shouldn't have done it. I missed out on an opportunity that I really didn't want to miss out on. This is also a card, Spirit is telling me this is about concealment. And it's under the truth. So you concealed the truth. You hid the truth from somebody. Up here, you weren't honest. You weren't honest about something. So you didn't just hide something. You lied, if you want to put it that way. You weren't honest. Down here, it's talking about concealment, and now you're suffering, or you did suffer for it. But you are now, because of this healing, this change that you've gone through, this new growth, this new beginning, this rebirth in you, this huge transformation that you've gone through here. You are seeing things from a different way, and you are going to give into it, and you will achieve what it is this is what you want to achieve. You want to get rid of this mental anguish. And the truth shall set you free. Wow. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Bottom of that deck, the clarifying deck, is the Ten of Wands. You're setting down the burden. It's heavy. Hanging on to this has been a horrible burden for you, and it's caused you a lot of mental anguish. You're going to close out that cycle so you can begin a new one. I am going to go into the extended now, and if you would like to know what it is that you need to do, be, think, and or feel in this situation here, click the link below. It'll take you to my website. Go into the extended, and I will see you over there, Libra.